Why do I keep doing this to myself? So a couple of weeks ago, I posted my middle splits challenge and gave you guys the perfect exercises, corrections, and tips that would help you get your middle splits as soon as possible. And I promised you guys that I'd be back in a month to show you my progress. But I have been a bit busy lately and a bit distracted, so honestly, I'm only 2 weeks into this challenge when I should be 4. Yeah. But here's the thing, 2 weeks of consistent practice can still do something. And now before I give you the big reveal, and trust me guys, if you're learning your middle splits, you do not want to miss this. I did get a lot of feedback from you guys wanting a shorter version of the challenge. So here's a shorter but still very effective version that you can use to open up your hips before trying the middle splits. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay till the end of this video to see how much progress I made within just 2 weeks of consistent stretching. As always, make sure you warm up before you start this routine. I'll leave a few warm-up routines in the description below. We're starting this routine by holding a pigeon pose for 10 seconds. Now try to grab your back leg and pull it as close to you as you can. Hold this for 10 seconds. Now with your opposite hand, grab your foot and try pull it towards your head. Hold this position for 10 seconds. And now we're going to repeat all that on the other side, starting with the pigeon pose. Now grab your back leg and pull it towards you. Now with your opposite hand, grab your foot and pull it towards your head. You should really feel this stretch in your back leg. Now we're going to move on to some lunges to stretch out our hip flexors, starting by holding a forward lunge for 10 seconds. Now put your elbows on the ground to transition into an elbow lunge. Now move back into the forward lunge, but this time raise your hands up and you should feel yourself sinking deeper into the stretch. Now repeat that on the other side. Transition into the elbow lunge. And now raise your hands up in a forward lunge. For our next exercise, move onto your hands and knees and circle your hips to do some hip rotations. We're going to do 10 of these starting now. Hip rotations are a great way to get your hips nice and warmed up and ready to open up. Now repeat on the other side. Okay guys, now we're going to warm up our adductors, one of the most important parts to stretch out when we're practicing our middle splits. So with one leg out to the side and one leg behind you, sink your weight down and try to go past your limits, then come back up again. We're going to repeat this 10 times. Now hold for 5 seconds. Now repeat it on the other side because we are trying to be flexible on both sides of our body. Now we're going to hold a frog pose. So lean down on your knees and make sure your weight is shifted back onto your hips. Try not to lean forward. And finally, we are going to try and slide as low as we can into a middle split. Now, as promised, let's take a look at how much progress I've made from 2 weeks ago versus now. Now, I know it doesn't look like much, but after taking a closer look, I realized I had sunk lower in my splits by at least 1 inch, which is a lot for 2 weeks of progress. But also, signs of progress aren't just visual. I've noticed it's easier on my adductors when I try slide into a split. My hamstrings don't feel as tight as they used to, and I can definitely hold this position longer than when I first started 2 weeks ago. Now, if that's just from 2 weeks of consistency, imagine what you can do in a month. Your body is going to get used to these exercises over time, and no matter where you're starting from, you will eventually find yourself all the way down if you are consistent. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, subscribe, and leave a comment telling me how close you are to your middle splits. If you'd like to keep stretching, you can check out this video here, or if you're nice and warmed up, you can try one of my videos from my calisthenics playlists. Alright guys, I'm Jazz, and I'll see you next time. Bye!